Congratulations. Sorry I haven't been on for a few days. I lost my internet. I lost my phone. Actually, I didn't lose my phone. They changed my number. Actually, they didn't change my number. They switched my number with a number across the pond. So he was getting my calls, I was getting his, but neither of us had internet. I spent about 3 hours today riding around on my side by side with the phone guy because you can't drive through all these roads, but you can get side by sides through there. So I took him out and about to fix our phones, and he fixed them. So I'm here. Um, I know that seems kind of crazy if you don't live in Maine, but if you live in Maine, you understand these back roads. Let me see if I can pull us up on my phone so I can answer any questions you guys might have as we go along. I swear, if it's not one thing, it's another in this crazy world of mine. But I still love it. It's not showing I'm on here yet. I wonder if you guys are getting your notifications that I'm live, because there I am. I got it. Okay, we're all set there. I found it. Stick you over there so I can see if there's any comments. Tonight we're going to do these door tags. They're already pre-painted. You can get these on my website. And we're going to put enter if you dare, and it's fall, y'all. Now this is a double stencil. It comes as one, but there is score lines down the middle, so you can just cut it. I have to make a shout out to Andrew, my repair guy. He was the nicest guy in the world to run around with. He was from down south, and I just love that southern accent. We had a good time, other than we were trying to fix phone. But he was very nice. In fact, it's kind of a funny story. He obviously stays in his van. So his family had been visiting over the weekend, and when he got ready to leave, he said, "Ma'am, do you like fruit?" And I said, "Yeah, I do." And he said, "Can I give you some fruit?" I know my accent's not good, but I'm swear by the end of the day I was talking just like him. Um, I guess his family had been up for the weekend, and they had gone back this morning, and he had all this fruit, and it wouldn't fit in his cooler. So he gave it to me. Long story short, sweet, sweet guy. Well, um, mannered, and very thankful that I took the time out of my day. It was just funny. It's going to be a funny story for years to come. Okay, so let's get started. The first thing you do when you have a new stencil is, everybody, what do? You fuzz, 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 fuzz. And the reason we fuzz is this tacky cloth. You pick up a little bit of lint from it, and that way your stencil does not adhere so tightly to whatever surface you're using that you stretch it when you pull it off. Because these are textile, and like any textile, they will stretch. If you pull them side to side, they won't. Top to bottom, they won't. But if you get it corner to corner, they will. And you do not want to stretch your stencil because it won't fit properly the next time. So we're going to lay that on These are double-sided, so I could actually do fall on one side and Christmas on the other and just flip them over and change the bow or whatever, if you wanted to do that. So I'm debating whether I want to color these. You see these little leaves on here? I'm debating if I want to color them or I want to just glue a fake leaf on it. So while I'm trying to decide that, I'm going to plug my glue gun in because we're going to be needing it anyways to finish this project off. This is a project from start to finish, so it's not one and done. I get my pen here plugged in, so that'll be warming up for us. Let me get my little mat here for, so if any of the glue drops off. There. So I think I'm going to use these. I don't have that on there straight. So let's get it on straight to begin with. Hope you guys all had a great Labor Day. I got a lot done in my craft room today because I didn't have, I'll put this over here where I can see it better. I did not have internet for a long part of the day and haven't had internet for a few days. So I took that time to get down and do some better organization in my craft room and get some things sorted through. Okay, it's fall, y'all. Enter If You Dare is going to be done. You know what? I need to grab the black for one. Totally forgot we have a crow in there. And crows are black. At least crows running are black. So it's fall, you're all. I think I want to put kind of ombre it, I think. This needs a little bit of love. So let's put a couple of squirts of water in there. If these sit for a long time, a color you don't use very often, they will dry out because they're chalk. But all it takes is a little bit of stirring and a couple of squirts of water to bring it back to the consistency you like. I like mine to be about the consistency of cake batter. Cake. I've been on this diet. I had cake yesterday. It was my grandson's second birthday. Cheated and had a piece of cake. Boy, was that good. Good, good, good. Get my little thing there. Okay, and we're going to ombre this. So I'm going to grab some and ombre it with red, orange, and I don't know if I want to do yellow or brown. Let's do brown. Oh, it's a brand new one. Can I have this open? I don't see it, so let's open her up. I always get covered when I open these. Let's scrape the paint off that was, or the chalk off that was on the edge. Because these get shooken up in transport. So when you get it, it's nice and smooth, but you got to give it a good stir because it will settle. to wipe my hands. Those of you that have followed me for a while know that I am a messy, messy, messy crafter. And if there's a chance to get paint on me, look, I have it all over me. And all I did was open a container. I want to make sure I get it all off so that I don't spread it. My fingernails are a mess. I need to take nail polish off. I'm just falling apart, y'all. See, look. The southernness is coming out. Okay, when you ombre, you take a little bit of your color and put it on where you want your color to go. Leave a little bit of extra at the top of the color that you've selected. And then you're going to take and do the same thing with your next color, but leave a gap between them. So paint it on with your squeegee, and then leave a little extra. On this one, you're going to leave a little extra top and bottom because you need to have it there to blend with your third color. Now this one you don't need to leave any at the top, but you need to leave plenty at the bottom. So make sure you wipe off your excess. Now what you do is you take your finger and you just blend it like that. Take a different finger. You know what, I didn't leave any orange at the bottom. Then you take your finger, oops, I took the wrong finger. We may have to wash that off. I used the wrong finger, but we'll see. And you just blend it together. Wipe off the excess on your fingers. Take your squeegee and pull it down through to get the excess off. You don't put it back in your jar though, because it is compromised. Because you've blended all the colors together. Throw that right in the wash water. Let's pull it off and see what we have. Like I said, I get the brown in there, so I might want to... Nope, I like it. I like it, I like it a lot. Okay, I'm going to let that sit for a moment, and I'm going to go wash this. Be right back. Just a moment, I'll be right back with you. That one's all cleaned up. Let me just clean up my... Well, I'll leave those out until I decide what I'm doing on the next one. But this is where we're at so far. So I'm going to set that aside, and I'm going to let it dry. And we're going to pull out the next one. And the same as before, we're going to fuzz this one 3 times, which is typically what I do. Unless it's extremely, extremely tacky, and I might do a 4th. If I'm doing it on glass, I would definitely do a 4th, sometimes 5th and 6th. If you're doing it on material, don't fuzz it at all. Because you want it to adhere tightly to the material, and you don't have any danger of stretching it when you take it off the material. So this one we're going to put a little bit off center because I want, when I put them together, I'm going to, I'll show you just a second. When I put them together, this one is going to overlap this one. So it'll be something like that. Or I could do it this side. Overlap it something like that. So we're just going to let that one dry for a minute. And this one is still giving me the heebie-jeebies here. Now this is paste, so it will wash off if you want to change this out for another season or whatever. You can have it for this season and then wash it out, wash it off and do again. So this one I am going to do in red and black, I think. Oops, this needs a little love too. I don't use a lot of black until it comes to Christmas and Halloween, and then I seem to, but for right now I haven't, so this has dried out a bit as well. All in all actualities, I probably have 2 of these open. Yeah, I see another one up there. I opened, not realizing I had one open, I guess. But that's alright. We'll just show this one a little bit of love, and we'll be right in business. Now this one I'm just going to ombre in 2 colors. I'm going to do red and black. See what that looks like. So I'm going to do black at the bottom. And black at the top. And then I'm going to do red. The sleeves out of the way here. I'm going to do red right in the middle. And see how that ombres out with the black. I don't know how that's going to look, but we're going to give it a try and see what we think. It can always be washed off if we don't like it. This is going into my boutique, so I live way out in the boonies, so I don't really decorate for the holidays. Other than Christmas, I do Christmas, of course. I got grandbabies, so you gotta do Christmas. I don't know how that's gonna ombre out, but we'll see. Get another wet wipe here. I think I want a little bit more red down here to make that more red. And then we'll get our big squeegee and we'll run it down across it. I'll wipe my squeegee off here. that in the water as well. This is a messy project tonight. Set that aside. Let's see. We're gonna use one of our new Squeegee's paintbrushes because I want to get that crow. I want it to be black, and it's quite small. So I'm just going to do it with our squeegee brush. And then we got a bigger one. I'm going to do the trees with this. This is our multi-purpose tool. You can store your paint with it. You can use the tip to chalk with, like I'm doing here. You can use all kinds of things. This is actually a big enough area you could have used a squeegee, but yeah, something a little different. I'm kind of leaving it a little bit thicker in some places than others because I want the trees to have a dimension to them a little bit. The branches, I don't want them to just be all identical. I want some lines in there, and typically you would scrape it all off, any excess, so not to have lines, but in this case I want some definition in them, so I'm going to leave a few lines. Now let's pull it off and see what we got. Oh, nice. I like it. Let me go wash this off, and I'll be right back. The black stained my stencil a bit, but that's perfectly okay. A little bit of staining on the stencil itself is fine, as long as you don't leave paste in the screening itself. So there we have that. Let's throw that over there so I'll have it tomorrow. Whoops. Now, I don't like the way that ended up on the edge. So I'm going to take a little bit of paint and I'm going to paint this trunk all the way out like it came in. And the same with this one down here. Just so it looks like it's coming off the side of the frame and not. Just kind of blending it in. And that way it doesn't stop right in the middle. Now let me get my paintbrush dry because I don't leave these with paint on at all. Okay, and there we have that. That's going to go in to be washed. Let's clean up our close our jars. Now, if you have a paste that seems to start to be drying a little bit, you can always put a little squirt of water in the top when you put the cover on, and that'll keep it nice and moist till you use it next time. Oops. One more. I used to do all this cleaning up after my video, and people always said, you know, how do you clean up and what do you do? So I started doing it in the middle, or before I was done, to show everybody. So this is what we have for this one. Now, this one's dry. We're going to let that one dry a little bit. And I grab my scissors here. And I'm going to cut these leaves off. So we have a little bit of a stem on it, but not as much as is there. And then we are going to glue them onto our, this doesn't even feel warm. Oh, it got shut off. We're going to have to wait a minute for that. I didn't realize it got pegged off. Okay, but what we're going to do is we're going to put these on like this as a door tag. And we're going to glue them. Or do we want to glue them this way? I think it should be It's Fall You're All before we get to. Should have done It's Fall You're All over here more. So they're more on a. You know what? I'm going to show you how these wipe off so easily. And we're going to do that one quickly again. Because I really do want it over further, I think. And let's hope the stencil is dry in there. I think we'll just be happier if we move it over. We can even do this side of it, would be fine. Although there's something on that side. See? We can work things right out. This stencil is not dry yet, but it gives me the perfect opportunity to show you what the other side of our tacky cloth is for. Watch this. Boom! It dries it right out. And there we go. So we're going to do this again. I'm still going to ombre it because I really like the ombre. Can't get my sleeves up. So we're going to do the brown, the yellow, or the orange and the red. It only took a second to ombre. It won't take long. And I think we'll be much happier with the results. than if we just plug ahead. Excuse me, I needed to have a little drink. Get 3 squeegees here again. Okay, so we did we're going to leave the excess color there, remember? I think I did brown on the bottom last time. This time we're going to do the red. Leave a little bit of red there. Leave a little bit of red at the top one. And then we'll do the brown here. Leave a little bit of brown. You know what? I'm gonna do this one up here. And I'm gonna mix a little ombre at the top as well. I mean a little orange. To ombre the top. Now we're gonna blend it all together with our finger, remember? Pull it off and see what we got this time. Okay, let me go watch my stencil. And my hands, because I'm covered. Some of this chalk off me too. And I'm back. Quickly fixed, quickly fixed. Let me clean up my paints again. My least favorite part of this whole job is washing your squeegees. I throw them in that bucket right there. And then when it comes time to wash them, I put the cover on, give it a good shake. And it gets most of the paint off, or chalk off. Now let's see how my gun is doing. Yep. So first I'm going to decide where this is going to go. And I'm going to glue it on there. Because that'll tell me where I can put the leaves. Now you could still reuse this. Just keep them glued together and wash off your sayings. We have some string we can string through them. Now I'm going to put my leaves on. And see, leaves can go over both this way. I think I want a bigger one down here. We're just going to put a little bit of glue right on the stem and stick it down here. Maybe put another little sometimes I don't like my stems to show. So I poke a little hole. Oops. Like, get my finger out of the way. Oops, I didn't quite get a hole in that. Just poke a little bitty hole. And then you can stick the next stem down in it. The hole needs to be a little bit bigger. You can stick the next stem down in to kind of hide it a little bit. And then glue the leaf to the other leaf. And this leaf I pulled off, so let's squirt another squirt of glue. And let's put a leaf or two up here as well. I love the fall colors. I like to swim and stuff in the summer, but fall has probably become my favorite season. Temperature-wise, it definitely is. I love the crisp fall days and the color changes. And I live in New England, so it's really, really nice. All the foliage and stuff. There. Then we just have to take... Now I was going to put some grass on there, but I don't know that I'm going to. Some hay. This is my worst thing to do, is to put the hangers on, because I'm not very good at designing how these should hang. I don't know if they should hang in the front. I think they should. Like I said, I'm not very good at that part of it. So I would just hang on your door like that. Kind of covers up my leaf a bit. We can tuck it under. We could actually glue if we wanted to. But anyways, there you have it. I was going to put a straw hat here with my leaves. What do you think? Like a straw hat and a piece of... Maybe I'll do that. That would look cute. I have all these hats I bought for a project a couple of years back. When I moved crafts rooms, I found them. So I'm trying to think of uses for them. Now what happened to my little piece of hay? And there. Now if you all are watching the replay, if you watch it live, you'll see it live right up on the right side. You'll see a little red live button. If you're watching a replay, that won't be there. So hashtag whether you're watching a replay or the live. There's a couple people on, but nobody has said hi. so I don't know who to welcome. Welcome whomever you are. But there's our finished product. What do you think? Give me some hearts if you like it. I gotta grab another drink here. Boy, I'm thirsty tonight. Let me see on here if you can see it. If you are interested in having a booking and doing your own workshop, let me know, and that can be arranged. I am opening my studio, so you can come here if you live locally to Franklin, Maine. You can come here to work in my studio. There is a studio fee, but the studio fee includes any of the stencils that you want to use, and I have well over 300 of those to choose from. All my chalk paste, my inks if you're doing a shirt or something, all my embellishing supplies, all of that comes for the $20 fee, except your surface. And you can either purchase a surface, you can purchase a surface from me here, or you can bring your own. I have surfaces, I have frames, I have t-shirts and hoodies and hats, all of which can be purchased separately, or you can bring your own. So that's up to you. Hashtag studio below, and I'll set you up a time and date to come. You can come with one or two of your friends, and we can still stay socially distanced. If you'd like to have a Facebook party, hashtag Facebook below, and I'll get that set up with you. And I also do Zoom, where you can get your guests to order their supplies. Once everybody has supplies in hand, we will schedule a Zoom party workshop where we all get on at the same time and chalk together. I can chalk whatever piece they're chalking on, and show them step by step and be right there to answer questions. That's the best way we can do it and still be socially distanced and still have a good time. So let me know if that's something you're interested in. Hashtag Zoom, and we'll get that set up. I guess that's it for me. Oh, in the comments will be all my contact information and all the links to my group, my boutique, and all of that. This you'll be seeing show up in the boutique in the next few days. Anything that I make can be personalized for you. Any shirts that I do can be personalized with size and color. I love custom orders, so just let me know and I can help you. Okay, guys, have a great night, and we'll see you again soon. Bye now. Oh, my computer shut off again. I don't know why that does that. I'm still here. Okay, guys. See you soon. Bye-bye.